Right then, hello everyone and welcome back to another stream from my channel, HEMR, a normal Sunday stream today. So let me know if audio and video is all okay, and I've noticed a derailment before we've even started. Fixed. Smashing. Right, so yeah, normal Sunday running trains stream today. Do hope you are doing okay. So do remember to subscribe and like the stream if you are enjoying it, and if you think you'll enjoy it, and if you could share a video or two of mine to someone you know, then that would be most appreciated. Just helps get the channel out there, and you know, just helps publicity and all that. Nice to know. Nice to see that I have some new subscribers joining every now and then, so if you could do that, it would be smashing. So welcome back to another stream. As I've already said, it is a normal running train stream. Do bear in mind that comments from the live chat take a while to come through to StreamYard. I may not be using StreamYard for much longer, actually, because one of my mates' dads, I've just filmed, well, yesterday on the mainline notes, did a stream with my friend Will. His dad has not only lent me a tripod, which this camera is on, he's also lending me a Windows laptop because I've got a Chromebook at the moment. So I'm going to test using OBS on that instead of StreamYard. So might not be using StreamYard for much longer, might not have the comments problem for much longer, but that will certainly be interesting. So we'll see how that goes. So you never know, next Sunday might not be using StreamYard, might be on OBS instead, which will be interesting if I can learn to use it within a week because it looks fairly complex. Today's stream will probably be about an hour, maybe about an hour and 20. Probably about an hour and 20, so just going up to just before 6 o'clock. So I do hope everyone is doing it okay. Normal Sunday running train stream today, as I've already said. We are doing requests, as the title and description say. Obviously, you know, you've seen we've got ballast here, did a YouTube shot, and that we've got ballast down. The thing is, we can only have 2 requests running at once because this track, although it's ballasted, you can see up here you can see that the sleepers are pretty much, you can see the sleepers, but down here they're covered in all sorts of gravel and all that. So the gravel needs removing on this one, and if I try to run this train here, you can see that crunching and all that, and you can see the rails need cleaning because this car is flickering like crazy. But I shall roll the intro and I'll see you all again in, well, about 11 seconds. Right then, so we have 3 people in the chat today. We have on the main line, who is here. Thank you very much for joining on the main line. We have the model shed, Kurt. He's in the stream. Nice to see you, by the way, Kurt. I don't think I've seen you in the stream for a week or two, so good to see you here. Yeah, I'm doing fine, thank you. And we've got Leslie's Trains. I can mod if he's not here. Well, I'm thinking about moderators for the future, but I think on the main line is here, so could consider as a moderator for future. I'm still considering whether to, you know, swap moderators around every couple of months or so, just so everyone gets a go. I know moderating is not really something that everyone should get a go at, but, you know, regular viewers and, you know, people who I know, maybe should swap them around every couple of months. Still thinking about that, but I'm not really sure. But, yeah, I'll have a think. I had an issue with points earlier. My friend Will, who I did a stream with yesterday, and I filmed Tuesday's video with, well, the Tuesday video that's coming up, that's coming out on Tuesday. Filmed a video with him. He had a tendency to, well, he was sat, you know, on this side over here, over where camera 1 is, and he was just sat, you know, just flicking points all the time we were here, which is fair enough. I mean, they are satisfying, and because I opted for the Pico ones, not the Hornby ones, you know, they are a bit more satisfying. But, you know, he was sat here flicking points, so I ran a train around earlier on this side again, and it just went straight across like that, and I'm like, what's going on here? Is it broken? And then I realised, nope, the point was open, and Will had been fiddling with it. So thanks, Will, if you're watching this. Kurt says he is still on holiday and has been on holiday and still is. Very nice. On the main line is here and saying hello, Lettuce, and hi, Kurt. Good to see everyone here. So yeah, 3 viewers now. That's good. More people are joining as the stream goes on. So I shall get trains running. As I say, second radius line is out of order, probably, well, until next week. Next Sunday, this area should all be cleaned out. Obviously, you can see that the ballast shoulder here does come up quite a bit to the rail, so I need to nick one of my dad's chisels because I've been doing it with this screwdriver. I need to nick one of my dad's chisels. I need to nick one of my dad's chisels and remove some of this ballast to bring it down so it's level with the rails, because it goes up to the rails and then obviously stops. It can't go above the rails because, you know, it sort of goes up just to the rail and then obviously the rail. So I need to scrape some of that away with a chisel just so train wheels don't get caught in it. And then like that, and also I need to remove it from the sleepers because, well, with gravel just straight across the top of the sleepers and just the rails poking through, it looks like you're doing a tram track rather than a train track. So that needs doing. I've already done it with these two, but these two do need a little bit of cleaning up just with the chisel because the screwdriver's not sharp enough, and I'm not going to try and sharpen a screwdriver. So yeah, I will tell Will that, Jaden. I think he'll be quite interested to know that. That's very good to hear. So first of all, as always, I put my trains on the track to run. So we've got Tornado with 3 Virgin coaches, my 3 Virgin coaches that came with me. Virgin Class 47. Then on the middle line, we've got the Fowler 4F with a mixed freight train. A mixed goods train, I should say, not a mixed freight train. It's got the 4F, some open wagons, my Roberts hopper wagon, as you can see. We've got another coach behind, some more open wagons, and a brake van on the end. Just because I fancied doing a mixed traffic thing with the 4F. So yeah, and this is just here for show. You know, it's just so you're not just staring at blank wood here if there's no trains there. So yeah, we shall get going. First of all, I'll set the 4F going. I'll reach for the right controller. Slow crawl to start off with. In fact, I think it's so slow. Oh, you can just see that it's going. Look at that. That's amazing. I don't think I've ever had it going that slow before. Really smooth as well. Won't have it going too fast because it's quite a long train for a 060, really. That's that one off and going. Now we'll set Tornado going. Just beware that if you put any requests in today, then they might not be happy with the ballast. As I say, this needs a lot more work. That needs a little bit more work to get it running. So if you request an engine and it doesn't run particularly well on here, then I'll say so and I'll ask you to pick another one. Because obviously I don't want to damage. I don't want to damage the track. I don't want to damage ballast that doesn't need removing. And I don't want to damage, obviously, engines or rolling stock. So if something goes a bit wappy, doesn't really work on that, I'll ask you to pick something else. Don't want to damage anything. Older engines like Flying Scotsman that I've got with the thicker flanges might not work as well. It is a smooth runner. It's also a lot quieter because I also added some foam. Obviously, it's tender driven, so I put some foam. Well, I say foam. What it actually is a sponge. So I use a sponge. Bill uses a sponge, as a servicing cradle for plonking your engine into. Well, I got a pack of 3 that they came in. Pack of 3. So I've got 2 other ones, and obviously, if this gets dirty, then obviously I can use another one. But I've just got 1 sponge, and I cut a bit of foam off that with my Stanley knife, and I've shoved it inside the 4F, just on the top of the tender, and compressed it down. And it's made it a lot quieter. Obviously, re-lubrication has helped. So it's worked. I fixed it quite a long time ago, the 4F, so I can't quite remember what went wrong with it. But it is working, and it's a lot quieter now. It's had a re-lube and some sound deadening, which is good. Okie dokie, Kurt. I'll put the 47 on after we've had a little bit of a go with these 2 here. Mark, Hemel Railway, thank you very much for joining, Mark. Very good to see you here. Have you had any luck with your Triang Winston Churchill, by the way? And you said it was shorting out, didn't you? You had any luck with that? Train Guy, hello. Thank you very much for joining. Good to see you here as well. Kurt says, is this your last stream? No, but it will probably be the last stream on StreamYard. I said earlier that the stream I did yesterday, I did a stream yesterday with my friend Will, and also filmed Tuesday's video with him, talking about new equipment. I know I talked about my new equipment in a live stream a few weeks ago, but I thought I'd do a video going a bit more in depth, talking about my cameras and the tripods. So his dad, who's lent me the tripod that this camera's on here, and he's going to lend me an old, well, not an old Windows laptop, but a laptop that he doesn't use, just to, see how it goes. And he says very kindly, if it works and OBS works in it with obviously all my cameras and that, then, I can keep it, which is very, very nice of him. So it may or may not be my last stream on StreamYard. I might do a test on OBS. But as far as I'm aware, you can't connect phones to OBS. So it might just be a 1-camera half-hour stream next week on Sunday, just so I can test out OBS. And then after that, it might carry on StreamYard until I get, obviously, 2 more webcams, because this is a webcam, but this is still a phone, and this is still a phone. So might do a test next week, and then might be StreamYard until I get 2 other webcams. Good, thanks, Train Guy. Mark says, looking at on Wednesday, fingers crossed your tip helps, thanks. Yeah, I just while you're on about trying engines, I just thought of it while I was putting my comment in. So, yeah. On the main line's got an unboxing. Mark says, yes, it is. It's my first bit of ballasting I've ever done. I got all of it ballasted and glued within 3 days, which isn't really that bad. But it's not completed. Still need the height of the ballast, some ballast chiseling off just to bring it just slightly below the rails instead of level with the rails. So some excess height of ballast needs removing. Some of it needs, the hard stuff needs chiseling off from above the sleepers, because although you can have sleepers that are entirely covered with ballast, it doesn't really work well with thicker flange stuff like my Flying Scotsman or my old Triang 040. So yeah, some of it needs chiseling away. I've been doing it with just a flathead screwdriver before, but I need to nick one of my dad's chisels. I mean, they're not so sharp that if I slip with it, it's going to cut a sleeper in half. Obviously, if I slip with it, it's not going to cut me in half either, but they're sharper than the screwdriver, so I'll be able to take the eye down and take them off the sleepers, particularly on this section, as you can see. Sleeper coverage is a lot worse than, say, over there. Yeah, I'd agree. I think it's looking pretty good already. I mean, there's going to be a platform on this side, platform here, and then a little platform here as well. So yeah, it should look fairly good. And I'm lucky because apparently OO gauge platforms should be 18 millimeters in height, and the thickness of my baseboard wood, which is what this is is 18mm. It's 18mm thick plywood, so you know I can just use offcuts of plywood such as this, and that can be my platform. Obviously, some of the looser or jutting out bits of ballast need scraping off so that I can have a level platform and it's not all wonky like that. But I can turn offcuts of this. We've got loads of this left over. That'll be my platform, which, you know, I don't think it looks too bad. It's not going to be ultra close to the coaches because it's a model railway and I don't want anything to catch, but I think it should look okay. I think I'll let these trains have 2 laps. So we'll pass twice more through this section and I shall get some requests on. Kurt, you put the first one in. You said class 47. What do you want the 47 with? What would you like the 47 with? You want it with its proper coaches or other coaches or freight or containers? Just tell me what rolling stock you'd like. Right, on the next reaching of that station area. This is going to be a station, by the way. I shall stop. So stop the trains. Evan Terry's joined. Good to see you, Evan. How are you doing? Slowed down for the approach for the station, or what will be the station, but I just call it the station. Let's get turning things down. Hey, perfect stop for once, and gentle stop there. Smashing. I didn't reach for the wrong controller this time, which is always a bonus. So Kurt wanted the class 47, so we can do that, certainly. I can certainly do that. Just let me know what you want with the 47, Kurt, and I'll put it on. I'm not going to try and reach over these trains because, well, it's a bit silly. So I shall put it on the other side of the layout and just back it round, because that's sometimes easier. So here we go. Don't think Kurt's responding. He must have gone somewhere. So I shall just put the Virgin on for him. Cut out by the looks of it. There's your 47, Kurt. Another request, anyone? Anyone can request anything. Obviously, you can't have this because that's what Kurt's got. Oh, yeah, you put Virgin coaches. Good, I've done that. Anyone can put a request on, so pop them in now, and whoever gets in first gets theirs run. But obviously, everyone will get a turn if they want a turn before we get on to seconds for everyone. So, if you want a request, pop it in the chat. And I'll start tidying some of this stuff away. Yeah, they can be quite expensive though, Kurt, converging. Excuse me. Converging coaches. It just depends. I think it was 60 quid for the 47. For the 47 and the 3 coaches, which is not bad, if you ask me. I mean, they go for 25, 30 quid on eBay. So let's just say 20 quid per coach. That's 60 quid, and then maybe 40 quid for the 47. So that'd be like £100. Just some good deals. Just my local model shop man. Partially because I'm probably the only kid who ends up in there, you know. When did I get that Pullman coach? Maybe 3-4 weeks ago. My grandma was at a car boot sale. She saw 3 Pullman coaches. I'm not going to tell you the full story of these Pullman coaches and how I ended up fitting lighting in them because, well, that's too much for one stream. I'm going to do a tutorial on how to fit lights into coaches at some point. I've got another 2. I've got that one, which is called Agatha. I've got I think it's a brake Pullman coach, which is called car number 88. And then I've got another one called Lucille, which is Lucille. So I've got 2 others. I'm not going to tell you the full story of them because, as I say, I'll tell that story when I come to make the video of fitting light into coaches. But basically, I've got 3 of them. That one's fitted with lights. The other 2 are in pieces, awaiting to be fitted with lights. So, yep. Any more requests, anyone? Or I shall just put one on myself. I can get Kurt going, can't I think. As you can see, it's a bit jittery. There's the 47 on here. That's because some excess ballast needs, chipping away. But I think it'll do for a stream. Should do, hopefully. Can't see any excess ballast. Maybe that bit. See, I've just been piggling at it with a screwdriver. So. Okay, Kurt, you've got 2 requests. 9F, please. What would you like that with? Or just by itself, of course. You can have it by itself if you really want. I mean, well, that happens, doesn't it? Yeah, there's definitely something wrong there. Hasn't done that before. I'll just have a look. Ah, it's that stone. There's a massive stone that I've missed. A piece of ballast is probably more appropriate. Come on. Yay, it's going through now. Just need to get that last stone out of the way. This is why chisels are useful, because I'm sick of fiddling at it with a screwdriver. Obviously you can't see me doing this because I've turned off the camera. I don't want to be in shot of the camera. But sometimes screwdriver just isn't sharp enough. Oh dear, derailment. I've just whacked it with my arm. It is. Train Guy says very difficult to grow a YouTube channel. It is, but I think all of us here are doing him quite well. On the main line's on his way to 100. Mark's got over 100. Kurt's on 216, I think. I'm on 215, so a bit of a race there. But yeah, I think we're not... To say model railways is a very niche hobby. I don't think we're doing too bad here, all of us. I think we're all doing quite well, considering there are much bigger model railway YouTubers. It's a very niche hobby. You know, it's not particularly... It's not exactly in trending on YouTube, is it? But I all think we're doing very well. On the main line, I shall put that request on after these. Let's get the 9F up and going. Evan Terry says, got to go. Thank you for popping in, Evan Terry. Nice to see you here. So take care and hopefully see you next week. Mark, you're absolutely right there. It is, absolutely. Evan Terry's on 32. I mean, what? You've been going 3 months, so you're doing better than me. Because if you carry on, you've been going, what, 3-4 months, I think? I had 54 at the start of this year. Yeah, but as I've said before, Kurt, I don't want to go on social media because, well, it's more chance of friends at school finding out that I do this because I've only ever told 2. So, you know, it's just more platforms to expose myself on. I don't particularly agree with TikTok. Now, before you call me a hypocrite, yes, I know I do YouTube shorts every Thursday and Friday, but they're not the cringy dancing YouTube shorts or tool tips or whatever garbage ends up on TikTok that's failed and then they chuck it on YouTube shorts. It's just, for me, YouTube's enough. I don't want to have to manage multiple social media accounts. I mean, if I was going to do one, it'd probably be Twitter, but, you know, I don't want to have to manage multiple. I don't want to expose myself. And, you know, TikTok's just a bit cringy. I know I do YouTube shorts, but, you know, it's actually tips that are useful or running sessions that I do most of the time or a little layout update like I did on Friday. It's just, you know, social media is a bit much. Evans fixes spacebar. That's very good. I like that lol as well. Spaced out LOL. Unless it's supposed to be a face. Kind of does look like a face. It's got big eyes. Okay, I think I'm going to stop the 47 now. No, I've reached the wrong controller again. Can we still make it a perfect stop? Probably. Yes. Smashing. Wrong controller. Still got the right stop. Anyway, on the main line, it's time for your request. You wanted a Class 66 with freight and a brake fan. Of course, you want the brake fan. So, Class 66. Yeah. Mark. Don't have enough time in the day to do any more work on the layout, film, edit, and watch everyone else. Yeah. I completely understand you there. So there's 66. Freight. I'll put container freight on. Now, I don't think I've tested these containers before. I don't think I have done on the 4th radius. Kurt says he gets around 100 views on his TikTok. So, and he puts them on his channel as well. Yeah, but, you know, YouTube, it's very inconsistent of is both. Being on YouTube Shorts, you can get 900 views like I did the other day, or you can get 9. But it's always nice when you do a YouTube short to see it blow up. Obviously, you get a lot more dislikes on YouTube Shorts, but you also get a lot more likes. So, yeah. Brake van. Should do a review on this brake van. It gets used enough. And now can set the 66 going very slowly. I'm aware you can't actually see this. I meant to put all 3 cameras on. Can take these off. One of these coaches is a lot heavier than the others for whatever reason. I think because one of them's got plastic wheels for whatever reason, and 2 of them have got metal. Just put them in the drawer, speed up the 66, power. The 66 behaves on the ballast though. Yeah, the good thing about shorts is, obviously, there's a big fluctuation. Sometimes you can get over 1,000 views. Sometimes you can get under 10. However, they are, they are good. I mean, they're easy to film. They're easy to edit. I think they're very watchable. Some nice music in the background, some shots of trains. But, you might only get 1,000 views every 2 weeks, but they're enjoyable to make. This controller doesn't have boost mode on the main line. It's my homemade PWM one, so it hasn't got a boost mode. I can boost mode the 9 if you want. 3, 2, 1, boost mode. There you are. Not going to do that for long. It's too nice a model to do that. All the trains seem to be really in sync today. I mean, one gets to here, and then the other one gets to here, and they both meet, and, same here. One gets there, and they both meet. Although I think they are gradually going more out of sync as I speak. Talking of chargers, I best check all my battery levels. Computer, that's fine. Webcam, that doesn't have a battery level. Phone, that looks okay. Bear with me a second while I have a look at the other one. Yeah, that's all doing fine as well. Well, they're in sync. They're on opposite cameras now, aren't they? They're on all 3 cameras now. It's always good. I think the 66 is especially loud on ballast because it's really, really heavy. I mean, it's got a massive block of lead in the middle, roughly about here. Where the lead is. But then there's also like roofing lead that somebody's folded up and stuck into it as well. Oh, that reminds me of a Jeremy Clarkson meme, a V8 motor. But in the title of the video, if you just search 7-litre V8 motor, then you'll find the meme. But it's spelt like that, and I just find that really funny. Obviously, that message might appear on YouTube chat before I actually say it, because I think chat gets through quicker than video, but I don't know, we might see. How many subs are you on, Kurt? Because we said a few weeks ago, whoever gets to 250 subscribers first, we'll do a dedicated running session for the other channel, didn't we? As like a bit of a bet, but not betting anything, if you know what I mean. I'm on 215 at the moment. Okay, it's request time. So we're not going to be changing over the 66. We're going to be changing over the 9F. So anyone wants a request who hasn't had one already, put it in the chat now. Anyone who hasn't had a request already, put it in the chat now, and I'll replace it. Well, I'll replace the 9F with it. So yeah. For those of you that don't have an in-depth knowledge of what engines I've got, obviously I've got the 66, but you can't have that. I've got the 9F if you want to run that with something different. So we've got the 9F, we've got the 08, we've got Queen Elizabeth 040, we've got a 4F, a Class 47, we've got Flying Scotsman, we've got Tornado, we've got an old Triangle LMS 040, and we've got a Great Western Class 101. We've also got a Golden Eagle A4, but that's out of order at the moment. And rolling stock choice, you've got a Pullman carriage, two of these, two of the red coaches, which are just coming up on the 9F, three Virgin coaches, and then just an array of freight wagons. Sounds good, Kurt. You're on 219 now. Very good. Okay, Mark says, got to go now, guys. Take care. Oh, got to go now, guys. Thanks for the chat. Take care and have a good week, all. Thank you very much, Mark. Thank you for joining. Thank you for your comments, as always. Good luck with your Winston Churchill fixing up on Wednesday. Good luck with that. Thank you for joining, and hopefully see you soon. No more requests then? Does nobody want one? I shall put one of my own on then. Camera's just gone. Let's bring that. This is a problem I won't have with webcams as well. The only thing will be, the only downtime we'll have with cameras will be if the Wi-Fi completely goes, but we won't have cameras just dropping off like that. We won't have that with webcams. We'll just have it all go if the Wi-Fi goes. But it hasn't done that for a while. Right, what shall I put on? I tell you what, let's pinch Queen Elizabeth from here. That sounds really wrong. Stealing the Queen. Let's have Queen Elizabeth. Ah, Kurt, you've jumped in at just the right time as I was putting the 08 on. Hang on, no, I haven't put the 08 on, have I? But I can easily change that into your request. That's fine. 08 and Virgin Coaches, good combination. Sounds like an interesting one. Hadn't done that before yet, I don't think. I'm missing opportunities. So, I'll put the coaches on this side because I can. That's the wrong way. Just the end with the coupling goes at the back because it's a brake coach. Let's bung these coaches on. Lovely and free rolling these coaches, by the way. Look, if I give them a push, look at that. If I just give them a... They really are nice. Oh dear. Wrong controller. Typical. I think this needs to go backwards. Looks like the 66 is chasing the 08 there. That was quite funny. I'll give you a clue, George, about my unboxing. It's a Southern Loco and not an M7. I established that from Mark's video. It's not much of a clue. Okay, Kurt, there's your request. Train Guy says he's got to go. Thank you very much for joining, Train Guy. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your comments, and hope to see you again soon. It's a Pacific. Oh, is it your favourite train? Your favourite steam loco? It's in your description, isn't it? But I can't remember what name it is. Begins with A, doesn't it? I can't Google your channel either because I think my computer will crash if I load any more tabs. I'll try though. Please don't crash. On the main line, class 66. The only reason I Google class 66 after your name is because if I don't do that, it brings me up names of bands or songs or whatever. So I know you've done a video about 66ers. So if I Google that up, then it's guaranteed to come up with your video. In fact, you've done multiple on 66ers, haven't you? So it's even more likely to. Ah, they don't do Tor Valley. It was the Ravensglass and Eskdale Railway. In fact, I keep saying Ravensglass instead of Ravenglass. I'll post it in the comments. That's the one I went on in the lakes, Kurt. Shame they don't do Torval. I mean, you could pay like the model centre to renumber it for you if you really want. Renumber one for you if you really wanted to. Rebadge as well. Three Torvallies. Crikey. Not bad. Okay then, we're going to stop the 66 now. And bring it down to a slower speed. I'm not that silly on the main line. I do know some streetwise terms. Anyway, any more requests, anyone? Pop them in now, and we will do them. Kurt, what do you mean? If you don't know, you don't know. I'm not going to try to explain, and I don't think anyone should try to explain. Any more requests? Anyone can pop them in now. I think the people who hadn't had one have gone on to greener pastures. Well, not onto greener pastures, onto doing different things. Why on earth did I say gone on to greener pastures? You can't have any greener pastures than watching my channel. Jokes, by the way, if you didn't pick up on that. Any more requests? Anyone can pop them in now. Anyone at all. Anyone at all. Any more for any more? Roll up, roll up. Yeah, I wouldn't Google that either. That's why I said I'm not going to try explain it. And as a hint to the chat, I don't think anyone else should try to explain it, but whatever. Anyway, requests. Anyone at all? Any more for any more? But 08 sounds like it needs a bit of an oil. I think the wheels could do the clean as well. Scotsman with coaches, Pullman included. Unfortunately, Scotsman doesn't work that well with the ballast. That's what I said earlier. So could you pick another engine, perhaps? Unfortunately, the wide flanges don't work with the state that this track's in at the moment. So if you pick another one, I'll be happy to do that. A4, no. Unfortunately, no, not either. That's gone kaput for some reason. I mean, I can test it, but it won't work. Well, it didn't work last time I tried it, put it that way. It's done this thing recently where it works, it don't work, it works, it don't work. It's been a bit odd. Oh no, I've put it on the wrong track. Oops. Insert waiting music here. "4F, yes, we can do that. Seems to be a pickup problem because it's not shorting the controller. So yeah, don't know what's wrong there. Would you get a Bachmann Class 47? No. I'd buy a Hornby one for less money and probably runs a lot better as well. If not, I'd buy an old Lima one, either in green or blue. You know, BR green, BR blue, BR two-tone green, BR blue. Bachmann ones, yes. Bachmann ones, yes. Detail is epic and, you know, directional lighting, but the mechanisms, depending on which one you get or which class you buy, can be bad. Plus, they're too expensive for my budget. If they're second-hand, there's usually something wrong with them. I'd rather get a Lima or a Hornby one, to be fair. You said it's a good runner. Yeah, it generally is, but don't know. I've already got 147. I'm unlikely to get another. If I do, it'd probably be a Hornby or a Lima one. At least then I know if it breaks. Because, well, if a Bachmann one breaks, it's a really expensive model and it's expensive to replace. If a Lima one breaks, I've got tons of parts. So it wouldn't really matter. I won't nick this coach off the back of Queen Elizabeth. But I'll nick the Pullman. Although, on the main lines just reminded me of something there. West Coast Railway Company Maroon. The only Bachmann Class 47 I'd buy would be the one in West Coast Railways livery. He's just reminded me. I don't know what WCMR stands for, but WC. I've got a Bachmann I've just remembered actually. I've got a Bachmann 47 on my list. I've got the West Coast Railway livery one on my list. Because that's the only one, you know, that's worth getting. Yeah, you mean WCRC, don't you? Yeah. Massive rant about how I wouldn't buy a Bachmann Class 47, and then I remembered, oh, there's a West Coast Railway one. Oops. By the way, if you see the Pullman car flickering here, it's not because my light fitting skills are crap. It's because the track needs cleaning, probably because it's got some dried glue residue on it or something from ballasting. That's also another reason why I need to lower the level of the ballast, because if I try and get my track rubber, then it just ends up shredding itself to pieces as it rubs on the ballast. You might ask, am I going to convert all my coaches so they've got lights in? Probably not, no. It's too much work. Half my coaches have plastic wheels, so I'd have to buy metal wheels, and they're quite expensive, and getting ones to fit you know, if I fitted all my coaches with lighting in, then you wouldn't have the luxury of, you know, just being able to run the lighting ones, would you? You'd have them lighting up all the time. Plus, that's extra current draw from controllers, and some of my controllers aren't really that beefy. You know, so I think it's nice to be able to have non-lit coaches, but then have the luxury of, you know, having the standout, really nice looking one. What rubs on the ballast? The track rubber. When I try to clean the track, if I do it that way on, then it rubs on the ballast. If I do it that way, then it rubs on the ballast as well. It shreds itself to pieces and doesn't clean the track. So I need to lower the height of the ballast a little bit. Just the top couple of millimeters, really. I'm very happy with my coach conversion of the Pullman, though. Worked much better than I thought it was going to do. I did a couple of mishaps, and I'll explain them in the conversion video I'll do after I've done a bit more ballasting. But, you know, once you get them to work, they work good. Cheap as well. I think it was 14 quid to get the stuff required for 3 coaches, and I've got 3 Pullman coaches, so that's £4.66 a coach. So that's not bad, and it comes with the copper strips. Comes with one. You get, obviously, you buy one. If you buy one of the coach conversion kits, then obviously that does enough for one coach. So you buy one, and that comes with muck over there. You buy one, that comes with 2 copper or phosphor bronze strips. It comes with 2 wires, although I only use those wires to go from the bridge rectifier, and I'll explain how all that works, to the lights. But I used my normal wire that I used, you know, here. I used this wire for going from the pickups to the bridge rectifier, but after that I used the thin wire that came with the set to go from the bridge rectifier to the LEDs, or the LED strip. So yeah, comes with some resistors, but as I'll explain in the video, didn't need the resistors. So it comes with resistors, it comes with 2 copper strips, obviously the LED tape itself, and the wire. So I've got some spare resistors now for whenever. They look good in the dark as well. Can I get us in the dark without having to? Let's have a look. Yes, I can get us in the dark without having to turn off and switch around plugs. Light 1's going off. Light 2 is also going off. 3, 2, 1. I don't know how well that's going to show up on camera. I'm aware they're looking a bit pixelated, but as you can see, they are, you know, they're not stupidly bright when you've got lights on, and they're not stupidly dim when you've got the lights off. I think they're just a nice level of lighting. Obviously, Sam's Trains reviewed the Bachmann, the green Bachmann EMU recently, didn't it? And he said, when you've got the lights on, they're far too dim. And even when you've got the lights on, they're far too dim. Obviously, you've got to have that balance between seeing them when the lights are on, seeing them, you know, clearly enough when the lights are on, and obviously them not being startlingly bright when the lights are off. So I think it's a good balance. especially with the bridge rectifier I've got set up as well. And obviously at the front where the little window is, and at the back where the little guards compartment is at the back, obviously they don't light quite as brightly because there's a plastic partition, but you do still get a little bit of low level illumination. Because obviously the main 5 windows down the side are lit up, but then the tiny window at the front where you get on is only just lit up because there's a plastic partition, but some of the light bleeds in there, so you get a low level of illumination. And when it comes around again, you'll see that the 6th window at the back, again, it isn't as brightly lit as all the others where the tables are, but the light's just enough to bleed into there to make it still look realistic. So slightly lit up at the front, mainly lit up in the middle, and then a little bit at the back. So I'm really happy with those lights coming on in 3, 2, 1. Mind your eyes. Oh no, you're going to be sat in a bright room, not a dark room, aren't you? So it doesn't really matter. Although I thought I'd say that warning anyway. That massive thud was me whacking my head on my laptop. I'm going to have a request now, I think. So I take the 08 off. Put it back over here. Remove the coaches. Yeah, it were only on the top of my head, and it's quite a rounded laptop as well, so it's not going to kill me. It's not a heavy laptop either, being it a Chromebook. I think I'm going to go for the Great Western 101. 101 is definitely an interesting number, although I suppose you think 101 steam engine and you think, oh, that sounds American, or oh, that's just some obscure Great Western tank engine. But you think of it in diesels and you think, oh yeah, the 101 DMU, it's perfectly normal. Let's get some freight. Let's do open wagons only. I'll go for my most freewheeling open wagons, otherwise it will have difficulty. Obviously, it's not entirely open wagon because it's got a 1-plank wagon there, but that's obviously permanently coupled due to pickups. It does squeak a little bit, does this one as well, for some random reason. Although not really loudly, which is good. So there we are. Should be coming around any second. What am I going to get next for my layout? Some more ballast. All the ballast you see here, it just extends to just behind the camera up there. That took 1.75 kilograms of ballast approximately. I've only got 0.2 kilograms left, so 1 3/4 kilograms has done one section. I've got 3 others to do, so probably some more ballast. I might ballast a couple of sections and then wait a little bit, might start trying static grass and then ballast some other places, but probably ballast, to be fair. I'm really impressed how quiet the 4F has stayed. I thought with it running quite a bit today, it's been used quite a lot today actually, I thought it might you know, the lubrication might wear off and it might get louder again, but the foam's doing its job. So that's all good. Yeah, I saw your video. I saw your paper mache thing you've been doing. I just don't think there's any room for hills on my layouts. Obviously, I've tried to get as much track on as possible without overloading it. I mean, most of the things are going to be siding, so they're, you know, not going to be hilly. At the back over there is obviously a sawmill building, isn't it? At the back over there, that's a coal marshalling yard. So, yeah, I don't think there's going to be any hills, but hopefully it'll still look good. Obviously, as I work through, if I think, oh, it looks a bit flat, I can always change plans, can't I? Nothing set in stone. Although the track layout is now, because I've started ballasting it, and it'd be very difficult to peel it all up again. Scenery. You could start scenery, Kurt. I mean, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to get the track. Before I came up the loft, I wanted to build up my collection of engines so that when I had, when I was still downstairs in my bedroom, I wanted to get engines so that when I came up into the loft and when I got my track down, I had, 10 or 11 engines to run rather than just 2 or 3. I'd have a bit of a variety. Then when I came into the loft, I wanted to buy a track to get it all done. Then when I got the track pinned down, I wanted to have 2 or 3 months just running trains and getting used to the operations of it. Then got scenery and probably carry on doing scenery, get a couple of engines in between if I can. Going to become a massive hill and mountain on the main line, says. Interesting. Look forward to see how that comes on. Kurt says, I have to go now, sorry. Okay, that's fine, Kurt. Thank you very much for joining. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your comments and your requests, as always. So take care and see you soon. See you later. think maybe you could add a banking on the inner board on the track next to the cam 3. Here. Could do, actually. Could do. Although here is going to be this, you can't see it on camera, but the siding that's just behind the computer here, that's going to have a cooling tower and a water tower for the steam engines. So I can see where I can fit in there. I could add a bit of a banking, but then it might look a bit random, just having a random hill in the middle of nowhere. I'll have to see how that. That turns out. I could do. There is going to be houses all the way along here, and I think houses here as well. Platform will be there, then a wall, and then houses here, or maybe just a road here or a car park or something. I don't think I'll have houses here. I think I'll just have houses here, because I'll have a platform here and add a road. Or probably a car park, actually, because if I got a road, then the road's got to go somewhere. Whereas if I have a car park, I can just model a little entrance to the car park and then just have the car park here. Whereas if I do a road, it's got to come from somewhere that makes sense and then go somewhere that makes sense. Whereas with the car park, I can model an entrance, suggesting that if the board's carried on behind the entrance, then obviously there'd be a road going into the entrance. I can model the entrance to suggest that, if the board extended behind the entrance, then it'd be there. I can't add a house for every one of my subscribers. It's just going to be a couple of houses along here. I can't add houses for people because that's not fair, but don't know. And I don't think I'm going to do, I think I'm going to buy pre-built houses if I can, because I'm terrible at building. Well, I'm terrible at building things from nets. I'm good at building things from scratch, in DT and all that, but building and painting things from kits, not so good, really. Right, I think I'm going to give everything 2 more passes through the station, and we'll begin bringing things to a close. Did I say that? I think what I meant was you can treat it as your house, but I'm not specifically going to say, the train's passing on the main line's house, I think that's what I'm trying to say. I think I was saying you can treat it as, your house, but I'm not going to, make it extremely obvious that it's your house. I think that's what I meant to say. Right, I'll begin, when it gets around to that camera, everything will begin coming to a close. So here comes the 4F. I'll reach for the controller. I might do. Again, same thing. I might, add some figures looking over the wall. I won't specifically say who it is, but I guess you could pick one out and keep it to yourself, and say, oh, that's me, if you know what I mean. In that sort of sense. We had a perfect stop there. The shot that the 4F, well, you know, the way the 4F is now, it almost looks like it's got no coupling rods. Quite cool, is that? How many houses are you planning to put? As many as I can fit, really. Probably sort of, you know the joist that's there. There's probably here, because obviously it curves in. It curves it out there to go into a siding, and I don't want to squeeze the house right in front of the siding. That'd be bad. But probably from just after this point to here. So what? Say a house is that big. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. 6. Maybe try and get them that wide, and then I can add a little bit of a back garden, or stuff like that. So yeah, perfect stop. You are indeed right. I managed to stop that one. The Great Western 101, quite nice there as well, and of course the 08's residing there. Somebody's just started mowing the grass, and that's really loud. I'll just be quiet for a moment and see if you can hear that. You might not be able to hear it, but anyway. So we've had some good requests there. I think people have been making use of the 4F today, and, well, also the Pullman coach, which is really nice. I really do like that. I'm glad I took the time and the effort to sort that, because the story, you might be quite shocked when you hear the story. Some of you might not be surprised, being at a car boot that we got them, well, my grandma got them from. But, yeah. Oh, on the main line, I can hear the lawnmower. Lovely. It'd be me, that, if I had a petrol lawnmower. Well, I like mowing the grass, so I think I've said that before. Anyway, I think it's time to start wrapping things up. Did something just fly in front of the camera then? Could have sworn something just flew in front of the camera. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So, some good requests today. I think we've enjoyed that. Thank you to everyone who has put a request in. Yes, it's that flipping tiny fly that's been up here for weeks. How's it still alive? Should invent some sort of trap for it. Anyway, that's not the focus. Anyway, so thank you everyone for watching today's Sunday stream. It really has been lovely reading all of your questions and comments in the live chat. And thank you all for your messages, as they are my favourite part of these live streams. It is just the fact that I am live and I can see your discussions and see your requests coming through in the chat is why I enjoy these streams so much. Obviously, interaction and stuff like that, it's just really nice to be able to get up here and have an hour and 20 doing a stream with all my viewers and talking to them live and like that. I'll hopefully see you on Tuesday from the video, and that next video is an equipment tour, talking about all my new equipment I got. So such as this webcam, the tripods, my other 2 tripods, the webcam, and how that's going to help the channel in the future, and what it means for better quality videos and streams and stuff like that. So, hope you look forward to that. As I say, filmed it with my friend Will and did that live stream yesterday. If you haven't seen that live stream, it is a Q&A live stream, so you can go and watch that if you want. A bit more informal style live stream, a bit more of a chat and stuff like that. Obviously, there's somebody else in the loft, so we did that yesterday. Do remember to subscribe and like the stream if you enjoyed it. And if you could, please share a video or 2 of mine to someone you know. Then that helps my channel out a lot. Helps me get a couple more views, a couple more likes, and also subscribers to help the YouTube algorithm keep my little channel ticking along. So thank you all once again for joining the stream. It has been great to have you here, and I do hope to see you all again very soon. Thanks to my moderators for joining. As always, we had On the Main Line and Kurt TV today. Pete Clark wasn't here this week, but I think he's out doing some other stuff, but that's absolutely fine. So, On the Main Line and Kurt TV, thank you very much for joining. We've also had Train Guy, he's been in today. We have had Evan Terry, thank you to you as well. Mark, Hemmeldown, Model Railway, you've been in today. Lettuce Trains, you've been in today. And anyone else who I haven't mentioned, well, the comments have started disappearing from the top now, so I haven't been able to shout. I think I've got everyone, but I don't know if I have. But if I haven't mentioned you, then sorry, but thank you very much for joining. So, yeah. So, the last thing for me to say, unfortunately, as I have to do at the end of every Sunday stream, I don't want to, but unfortunately I have to. And I think my tea's ready because Ben has come up into the loft. Say hello, Ben.
Hello.
I said the other week, I know when tea's ready because I can smell it. And I've just smelt it. So thank you all very much for joining. See you all very, very soon. And I shall see you next Tuesday. And if I don't see you on Tuesday in the comments, I'll see you on Sunday. So take care all and bye for now.